really interesting. I mean, we've been talking to the teams already, getting to know their projects, like already talking about how could we collaborate, how we could merge projects really into bringing a lunar habitat into reality. So it's really an interesting proposition.
To be on the Mount Pilatus and to be able to interact with people that are just here to see the mountains, and we can give them some insight on this lunar habitat.
Discovering a lot of culture and the fact that IGLUNA is very multidisciplinary. So even if you work on like robotics, you find the other students working on vegetables, food, architecture. That's very it's a very thriving environment, very flourishing. I love it.
The best part of the event is that we can meet and exchange our ideas. We can show what we developed throughout the last year, and we can discuss it and see how we can do better or learn from each other's mistakes as well.
So I really wanted to do this project because it's an association with students that has a different background and who are working on different aspects of the project, and we can all gather all our knowledge and do a prototype that works, and it's a real challenge for us.
I joined IGLUNA because I found it very exciting to experiment with a project that is so different from what we have at the university or what we have at work, and I find it super exciting to try out new stuff that probably no one have tried before. And even though sometimes we fail, I think learning from our mistakes is also such an exciting thing, and I would love to share it.
So I really like hydroponics, and I wanted to take part in an association that does hydroponics. And in our project in Robotab for IGLUNA, we do an aeroponic shelves which grows autonomous vegetables.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it'll be really exciting for me. Since I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. So maybe not one, but get to do mechanisms and design stuff for astronauts.
It was not on my plan, but I discovered that on the moon there is a lot to discover, and there are a lot of opportunities, and it's really interesting, so I might think of it now.
I think it's really interesting to do research, to go in space, because then we can have application of things that we can do on Earth to have a better living.
By taking part of the IGLUNA project, I started investigating the topic of space architecture even more than I was informed before, and I find it super fascinating, and that's exactly what would bring me to go into the field one day, maybe.
I would say it's a really enriching experience. It brings so much ideas. You can even provide some feedback to your teammates. You can also provide some feedback to other teams. So it's really a collaboration that I like.
It was really an enjoyable experience, and you make a lot of contact in the space field. So it's very nice to start like a career in the space industry.
So I would say also the Corona crisis. However, it led us to really think out of the box, like really to design new things and really improvise the way in which we are deciding and manufacturing our projects. So it's really a challenge, but also something that impulses you to even go further and to do things better.
I think the most difficult part was that everyone was doing something different and was bringing something to the project, and we had to gather everything at the same time, and this was the most challenging part.
For me, the biggest challenge was the load of work for my university, and I would have liked to work more for IGLUNA, but it wasn't possible because I had to achieve my studies.
It was extremely positive that we managed to build the idea from something only in the computers with the lines and structures only in the 3D programs, and to bring it to life and to have this 5-meter tall structure in front of our eyes and being able to touch it and experience it. And I think that was very challenging to bring into life, but also super rewarding.